Making a robot choose random things can be kind of fun. So this is your first step. This is how to make random things appear using Spike Prime. So the first type of random generator I want to make is make a random number appear on the hub. And I thought I might make it count down 3, 2, 1, then show a number. To start with, we're just going to wait half a second. When the program starts, we're going to choose wait a second, but we're just going to make it wait half a second. And then we're going to write the number 3. So we're going to go to lights, and we're going to go right, and we're going to write number 3. And then I think what I might do is play a sound. So I've got some sounds here. I've chosen the one that says wood tap, because it's just like a not a very loud sound at all. So I'm going to put that on there. It's going to wait. Actually, we don't want to play it until done, otherwise it won't do anything else until the sound finishes. I like to use just start sound, because then after it starts, it does the next thing. 3. Now we're going to duplicate that, and we're going to make it say 2. And then we're going to duplicate that, and we're going to make it say 1. So it's a bit like a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and it will make a sound effect every time. And then we want it to display a random number, so we can get it to write again. So we might as well just go right here, but instead of writing hello or a number, we're going to use the operators that say pick a random number between 1 and 10, and it'll write that on the screen now. So let's record that. Let's press play on our code and see what happens. 8. That's cool. So it's just a random number from 1 to 10 will display after the 3, 2, 1, 5. That's how you can get a random number to display on your hub. Oh, we displayed 1. If it displays 10, it kind of scrolls across the screen because it doesn't have enough room. 5. Let's keep going until we get a 10. There it is. Huh, what a coincidence. Okay, so that's the code for a random number to appear on your screen. So sometimes instead of a random number, you might want to display a random letter. So instead of picking a random number, we can choose a random letter pretty easily. We can just say, choose a letter from the word apple, but we don't want just letter 1 from the word apple. We want a random letter from the word apple. Now, if we were going to use that, we could say one of the 5 letters, pick a letter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of apple, okay? But if you want to do like a random letter from the alphabet, you could just type in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, for example, and then make it, pick a random number between 1 and 10 from those letters, and that should work. This number has to be the same number as the number of letters, otherwise sometimes you might get a blank result. So that's a J. Let's go again. J again. What are the odds? Surely not 3 J's in a row. B. Let's go again. J. We've got 3 J's. Wow. D. H. So you can see it's completely random. I wonder if I said pick a random number 1 to 100, what would happen? Random letter. Let's try that. Nothing. Yeah, so you've really got to choose. I mean, it might have chosen one of these randomly. There's about a 1 in 10 chance it would have chosen one of these, but you should just put the number of letters there are to choose from. Now it's time to see if we can make some sort of random machine. Something I did recently was print out this pattern, and I thought we might make something that spins around in there and chooses a random number. So let's laminate that thing first. pretty cool, isn't it? My first idea is to have something spin around in there, and when it stops randomly, it's going to choose a number. So let's build a bit of a base for it, joined onto another one of those. I found it works better if you use the grey joiners like this. We have a bit of a gap down the middle, but it's okay. If you use the grey joiners, then these holes line up better. So if you wanted to add something like a beam, if the holes line up better if you use a grey joiner in the middle. Alright, so we're going to put it in here, and we might even use that hole there in the very middle to make something spin around. So we're going to build a bit of a frame on the other side, so that the motor can sit like this. Okay, it's going to spin an axle underneath there. So I might just build it upside down. If I build it upside down, then it'll be easier. So I might stick some biscuits on the side, like these things, and if they have the holes facing down, then we can use those on the board. Have the holes facing down, because you can't put anything in there, because that's the part that spins. So you need something up this end. So we could do something like that. It's a little bit off the ground, so we're going to use 2 more grey pieces, and we can just put it above a hole. And it's probably better to go right above that hole. So I might try about there. Okay, now the axle can go straight through there. So it's a bit wobbly. We're going to make a bit more of a frame around the edge. I think we'll put some pink kind of in the middle. It's pretty good. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, now we've got a bit of a surface we can play with. We can sit up there, long red axle. Okay, it doesn't matter how big it is. And that's going to go straight through into our motor down there. Could sit, we need to make a hole in the middle here. You could just get an old big roofing nail like this, or any sort of nail, and just bash it through there on top of an old piece of wood, and then rip the nail out. But I've actually decided I might use a drill. So I'm just going to drill a hole through the middle of that. And I've got a nice hole in there, ready to go. Now I've got my hole in there, I can just slip that on top, and we just want it to stay still because the thing on top is going to spin around. Tape to hold it down, or some blue tack. So we could just put a few pins in where there's a bit of a gap here. That'll hold it there, it's not going anywhere. Then we might make our spinner sit off the ground a bit. So I think we'll put a bush on there. And then we just want an arm. Now, the good thing about these bent ones is that there is a cross axle hole in them already. And we could give it a bit of test in the heart mode if we want. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, but we need to select a random number. So let's do that in the code now. For our wheel, I'm still going to have it count down 3, 2, 1, because I think that kind of builds the excitement. Make it smile. We'll make it smile after it's counted 3, 2, 1, because then the wheel will start spinning. We're just going to, our motor's plugged into port D, so we could just say turn for a number of rotations, but because we want it to be random, instead of 1 rotation, we're going to pick a random number, and we could go from 0 to 360 degrees, but that sometimes it would only spin like a small amount. So I reckon it works better if we do something like 2,000 degrees to 3,000 degrees, and that'll be completely random, and it will spin 4 or 5 times. before it stops, which I think is pretty awesome. So that's all we really need to do, and I reckon that'll work. Let's give that a go. Pointer. So this pointer could point down, whichever one it's mainly in, will be the answer. Here we go. Pick a number. What do you think it's going to be? I say 2. Whoa, 1. It's pretty close. Alright, this time it's going to be number 10. Oh, 9. Alright, so that's working. How about we make it so the wheel spins? So let's take this off. Take the wheel off. And put a bush under there. We're going to make the wheel spin now, so that needs to somehow grip on to that. These underneath, and then I'd put some double-sided tape or some blue tack on there. Bit of blue tack, bit of tape, something will hold it in place. I'll go on blue tack. You can start anywhere, doesn't matter where it starts. Now we're going to have an arrow that points to the solution. Cog or something to hold it in place a bit better, like that. I'll just stick one of those in there, and the number, whatever this is pointing to, can be our answer. All right, let's try it. Same code, because this time it's spinning the whole wheel, not just the arm. That's cool. That looks cool, doesn't it? That was a 5. Let's try again. Two. Pretty cool. Let's go again. Nice. 1. It's working well. Can you pick the next number? What do you think it's going to be? One again. Bet you no one picked that. Let's go again. 2 again. Let's get a bigger number. I want a bigger number than 7. 7, 8, 9 or 10. Let's go. Yes. Cooking with gas, got a 9. Here's a big shout out to these guys. Thanks so much for joining my channel and becoming members. I really appreciate your support. Even liking this video can support me, so please do that. If you like this video, you're going to love my other Spike Prime tips and tricks. Check out this playlist right here.